Hi, everyone. For those that don't know what Click Dimensions is, Click Dimensions is a closed loop email marketing and marketing automation solution that sits inside of Dynamics CRM. So it does not work as a standalone solution, and it was built 100% for the marketing needs of a Dynamics CRM user. So thank you again. My name is Tracy Winter. I am a senior partner account manager here at Click Dimensions. Today, like Amir said, we're going to go through a lot of the benefits for customer experience, both pre-sales as well as post-sales. So being able to generate and nurture those new leads, as well as keeping your existing customers and working with them continually. All right, customer experience. So customer experience is seen as synonymous with customer service or simply thought of as marketing. It's both of these as well as much more. So customer experience is made up of every interaction that a customer has with your organization, how he or she perceives those interactions. So whether an individual is reading an email from your company, visiting your website, engaging with brand on social media, which is expanding exponentially today, speaking to an employee personally, or using your product or service, every touch point is part of your customer experience brand, or your customer's experience of your brand. So if there was any recipe to success in today's business environment, a great customer experience might just be it. In recent years, the tables have turned in relationship between businesses and their customers. Our always expanding connected society has changed what customers expect from brands and how they share those brand interactions with others. So if you want to look at the stats on this slide, it has a lot of really good information, very easily consumed. So 80% of consumers focus on today's customer experience for future purchases. So whether you are physical product sales, services, technology, or more when someone looks at making a purchase, they might not be looking at customer services, but they do remember. They're going to remember good and bad. 64% of people focus more on customer service than price. It's well known if you're spending more time in circles or trying to find support or just lack of support, you're paying for it in the end. You're going to pay for that at the end of the day. And then 86% of consumers look elsewhere after one single bad experience. They won't give you 3 strikes anymore. It's much easier to find another solution in this digital age that can do something similar or have a similar product. So here are a few of the biggest benefits of delivering an exceptional customer service. Boost customer loyalty. When customers feel cared for in their interactions with a company, they're more likely to feel satisfied with that business. This in turn reduces customer churn while increasing a customer's willingness to repurchase and recommend that company to others. Referrals are the easiest sale. That's where everyone, you don't have to sell it. Your consumers are already sold. Attracts new customers. When you wow your customers, they are likely to share those experiences with others, both online with people they may not even know and in more personal conversations, which of course drives more awareness of your brand and more new customers. Increases revenue. By reducing customer churn, increasing the number of brand advocates, and engaging new customers, a seamless customer experience can help increase your revenue. Customer experience can also help drive revenue by encouraging larger and upgraded purchases. Creates a competitive advantage. While it still plays an important role, price is no longer the differentiator that it once was. Still important, but people like doing business with businesses that they like, and that affinity can be cultivated through a carefully considered customer experience. Engages employees. Employees today want to be proud of where they work, and a big part of that comes from knowing that their employers will do right by their customers. Organizations that are committed to the customer experience also have engaged and empowered employees, which in this additional social age is huge. Transform organizations. Effective customer experiences touch every part of the organization. This can be transformative to companies, making them think more purposefully about the way they conduct business and shaping organizations from the inside out. Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a powerful tool for gaining insights into improving the customer experience. Centralized customer information. When customer data is decentralized, it is very difficult to get a clear picture of who your customers are, even more difficult to see how they interact with your company in various touch points. Dynamics 365 alone makes it easy for your entire organization to organize and access vital customer data. Building personal relationships. One-to-one relationships with customers are now more important than ever. A CRM system designed to manage those relationships. Use the customer data you store in Dynamics 365 to personalize the customer experience. Discovering what customers want. Dynamics 365 allows you to see which products or services your customers are interested in or have already purchased, which can help you proactively offer other relevant products, services, or information even before they ask for it. Providing faster customer support. The case entity within Dynamics CRM can help you assign, track, and manage issues, making answering questions or resolving issues faster and more seamless for your customers and your team. Staying in touch. Ongoing communication is now essential part of the customer experience. Beyond just storing customer contact information, Dynamics 365 can help organize segment contacts into marketing lists that can be used customized communications and campaigns. Criteria, any type of segmentation, both product, service, geographical, all of it is available to you in Dynamics 365. A marketing automation solution is an essential tool for creating a memorable customer experience. These technology platforms include a wide variety of features that can be used to enhance the customer experience, including those seen on this slide. Rather than taking an exhaustive look at every marketing automation feature on this slide, we're going to, in the slides that follow, we're actually going to take a look at the features that would most commonly be used in a customer interaction. According to Litmus, 72% of people prefer email communication. With a stat like that, it's easy to see why the email marketing feature within a marketing automation system is a valuable tool for your customer experience efforts. An email marketing tool allows you to send, track, measure, and measure the performance of emails to an entire list of individuals, typically in HTML format or as a one-off send. Email campaigns can be targeted to specific segments of customers, and personalization tools can be used to address customers by name or reference other details as their most recent purchases, their account number, their birthday, much more. Email is a great way to stay connected with customers, address their ongoing needs, and reward their loyalty. Now, throughout this demo or throughout this this webinar today, I want to show both slides as well as some actual information. So I'm going to flip over right now to an actual template that is used with ClickDimensions. So on this slide, you can see this is a template that we have. One of the templates that we have with ClickDimensions is a drag and drop editor. This is our drag and drop editor for a customer experience email template. So the drag and drop editor is wizard driven. It has a lot of great benefits, a lot of customization, and a lot of dynamic content that can be used to create those memorable customer experience emails. So being able to build something out very quickly and very easily is essential with your marketing teams. So with using our drag and drop editor, you have layouts that you can pick from, content that you can easily drag and drop throughout your layout as needed. All of your information is going to be held in the tool. So all of your editors have access to a image library where you're going to be able to house all of your images in an easy format of folders and subfolders. You're able to even edit your images right in the tool. Our text capabilities give you basic word functionality, so bold, italicized, format, font, size. You even have the HTML, so if you understand or you know the specific code to the color you want, you have all of those capabilities to doing it, as well as I mentioned a little bit ago, personalization. So for this specifically, and one thing that we want to mention is with our native integration to Dynamic CRM, you're tracking all of your customers' information from the basics of emails as well as their previous purchases, their interaction to other emails, interaction to your website. That information can be brought into your templates. So being able to personalize your templates to easy things like first name, or bringing in custom fields in your CRM might be absolutely 100% custom to your organization. Those fields are going to be available to you. That makes it easy to create large campaigns that are very personalized to each individual that you're sending the information to. And then we have full preview options, and we want to make sure that you can do it as well as bringing in all of your social functionality and customizing the template to exactly the way you need it to be brought in. All of this data is accessible within all of our email template options or editor options, from this drag and drop, as I mentioned, as well as to a freestyle or WYSIWYG option or HTML. So we give you multiple capabilities around building your email templates. Back to our slides. So by enabling you to send the right communications at the right time, campaign automations can help you transform the customer experience from mediocre to memorable. Using various decision points, campaign automations can help you respond to customer actions by sending messages that respond to those actions. Based on what they click on within the messages, you could discover which customers may need additional personal attention and provide it with them. In this example, for a bank's customer onboarding campaign, we can see that there's an opportunity for a customer to be contacted by the bank based on whether or not they clicked on a link in a welcome email. So to go back to CRM so we can show some of this data, one thing that we can do is review the statistics of the emails that you're sending out. So with Click Dimensions in Dynamic CRM, we give you statistic reports. So when an email is sent, who's clicking on it, when are they clicking on it, what is the overall performance of your emails. We can see the clients, how they're clicking on it. So we're tracking the different clients that they're using, the devices that they're using. So we track a lot of this data and we bring it all in from the overall email as well as down to the individual contact. We're going to view conversion, so your unique clicks, your unique opens. We're going to view your click report, which is going to give you an idea of every person that clicked on every link, so that way you can see the overall data and information. And if we click on this, I can show you just real quick. Whoops, I had it open a little too long. My list of recipients will give you, here's a list of everyone that has clicked on those links and what they're clicking on. My heat map is going to give you a view of the template and where they're clicking, a good overall, so it's more of a visual of that view, and social sharing. So if your email is getting shared out across your social networking sites, you're going to be able to view that. So this is the overall statistics bar that we can see with our emails. To look at that onboarding process that we mentioned in the slide, we can see here that this is an overall cross-sell. So depending on how they are interacting with your emails, we can see, or we can have them go down different tracks. So you can see the green lines are going to show you, positive interaction, either an open, a click, some type of interaction with your communications. The red here is negative, which means that they're not interacting. They're either not interacting or they're not interacting the way you want them to. So maybe they're just randomly clicking on things that don't have a direct path to one-on-one communication. They're just clicking on logos. They're clicking on, help, different things like that, not specific products or services. We're going to try to drive them to find out what their interest lies in. And we can see that we have different options for you. So your triggers can be easy things from some type of an email interaction, an open or a click. It can be from a submitted form, from event registration, interaction to internal processes. So if it's made it to a different lead process in your solution, they can be added to lists because of that and things. So there's different triggers. From those triggers, there are different actions. So you can send an email, you can add or remove from lists, you can create a task activity or multiple notifications. So, looking at that, creating an automation. So we're automating a lot of this information without having to have that one-on-one. There at some point we will want to have some type of one-on-one communication. Right from the start, it's not always the time to do that. Landing pages are web pages that are separate from a company's website and often have a singular focus. Since the common purpose of these pages is lead generation, landing pages can often contain web forms to collect lead data. These same tools can also be used effectively once those leads have converted to customers. Customers love content too, and landing pages and forms are a perfect fit with content marketing efforts. The information gleaned from these forms completed for content downloads can help inform interactions and relationships with those customers, and the content itself is a prime opportunity for improving a customer's experience by educating, entertaining, or helping them. So looking at some of our option. So with Click Dimensions landing page, we have a landing page here that just has some basic images, some text in there, as well as a form. So with this form, we're just gathering some information, what they're interested in, if it's downloadable content, if it's information. So we have a form in here, easily accessible. These landing pages are fantastic for your ad marketing, your remarketing ads, for customer experience events, anything like that, something that either you don't want to put on your global website or that you just don't have access to. Not everyone has access to the website, but still wants to have a nice landing page that an email click will direct them to. These are great for that information and using these for those occasions. Using the survey feature within many of the marketing automation systems, organizations can create, send, and manage and view survey results. So customer satisfaction surveys and surveys that follow customer transactions are an important part of the customer experience. Surveys can also be used in a variety of other ways to gain valuable customer insights while also engaging that audience. For example, you could ask customers to tell you what topics they would like to read about in your blog or in your ebooks, or even use surveys or create a competition where customers vote for their favorite product or services. So the information is brought directly back into CRM and tagged down to the individual contact record. Many marketing automation systems have integrations that connect with popular event management platforms. Click Dimensions, for example, currently offers event integrations with GoToWebinar, WebEx, Cvent, and Eventbrite. These integrations allow you to see event registration and attendee information directly within Microsoft Dynamics 365, giving you greater insights into who registers for and attends your organization's events. Events both online and off can be used to connect with and delight customers. Consider offering your customers regular educational or training webinars, or host an in-person customer reception or conference that allows information or experiences that are exclusive to your customers. So I have a great automation that can show you a full event, both online or in person. This one specifically is in person. And the only reason I say that is just because of this first series. So with this, it's a customer experience event that we want to do. So we're targeting all of our existing customers, and we want to have, just kind of a customer appreciation event. The first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure to remember to book events, order catering, print out any type of materials, and make sure everyone internally knows when this event is going to happen. So before we even invite everyone, we're going to create task activities in CRM. Dynamics 365 has access to all of your tasks. You can make appointments, you can schedule these things out because of the Microsoft integration into all Microsoft products. These activities, these tasks are also going to follow you back into Outlook. So you'll have reminders on your calendar, tasks that are going to pop up with reminders to let you know when these things need to happen. So that's the first interaction to this event. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to invite. We want to send out the email that is actually going to invite them. So we're going to invite all of our customers, and then we're going to wait for the next interaction. Regardless of the next interaction, if they choose to click on that invite, they're going to receive it's going to open up to a registration form. By filling out that form, by registering for that event, you're going to then have a follow-up task. So you're going to send a confirmation to your event. You're going to, at a certain date, you're going to send a reminder email, and then maybe the day before, you're going to do a final reminder. So this is your easy process, right? You send out a template. You send out an invite. They got it, they received it, they registered for it, and now they're going to come to your event. This is a very easy, but not so popular choice. Usually people don't receive an invite and instantly respond and register for it. So what we do is we need to send out multiple. So that first invite we sent, we said we'd wait 3 days. If they didn't respond, we're going to send another invite. It could be 3 days, it could be 2 weeks, it could be any type of timeline. That's the great thing with using a wait timer or date timer. So you can have either of those. So with Click Dimensions, we're going to wait, this one is 0 days. We could wait a week, and then we're going to send that second invite. If they register for this event, it's going to follow that same path as your original. Regardless of how many invites you send, as soon as someone registers, you already have the tasks that are going to be taken as soon as they register. So those are going to happen automatically. On the other hand, you might have no registration again. You might have some customers that still have not registered. So with Dynamics CRM, you have the capabilities of monitoring your existing customers and whether or not they are priority clients. Contacts, accounts, both have that capability, so you can tag them on whether or not they're priority client. So what we're going to do here is we have sent out multiple invites to this event, and we have some customers that have not registered. So with this one, what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a CRM tool, Dynamics 365 tool workflow, that's going to check. We have sent out multiple invites. We are going to check and find out if anyone that has not registered for the event, if they are a high priority client. Are they a top client of ours? If they are, what we're going to do is we're actually going to notify the account manager, the owner of that client, and we're going to create a task for them to contact the client and personally invite them to an event. They're a high priority. If they haven't registered yet, we need to make sure that they know that they are a high priority or that they're one of our top clients. On the other hand, if we've run that workflow and they are not a high priority, we might just end it at that point. We're going to remove them to the did not register list. We're going to wait. Maybe we'll send an SMS ahead of time letting them know that we had the event or that we're having the event. Otherwise, we're just going to let it go, and maybe we'll invite them to a different one. Or you could send a survey saying, I understand that you're not interested. What types of events would you be interested in? You know, there's different things that we can have based on how they're interacting or their lack of interaction with the event. And then after the event, we have all of the things, triggers of attended event, did not attend, things like that. So we could continue on here, or with this registered for event trigger could remove them completely for this, or I'm sorry, attended event could remove them completely from this and add them to your post-event automation. So we're still not having to do Excel spreadsheets or, monitoring. It's all tracked in this tool, the statistics are going to be tracked across the board within your solutions and then tracked across many different areas in Dynamics CRM. So what I want to show are some of the areas that the information is tracked and where you can see that data. So I'm going to jump into Dynamics CRM or Dynamics 365, my apologies. So I've shown you a few of the applications, the different tools that ClickDimensions has throughout this webinar. The last 15 minutes or so, I want to just show you some of the other, kind of how that interaction works. So we are in Dynamics 365 now. So I'd mentioned the native integration. With Dynamics CRM, we have the ribbon. The ribbon has all of your features. Within this ribbon is where you're going to find your marketing features. So we find all these. So to go back to our event integration, ClickDimensions does events daily, actually. All of our training is daily. And with the out-of-the-box connectors that we have to GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar, Cvent, Eventbrite, that data is brought into Dynamics CRM in real time. So you can see here, as we are doing our different events, our different training every day, we're able to see the registration. So who's registering? These are training, so people register. We don't send invites out, but you can see who's registered. Based on who's registered, how many are actually attending the event, the duration, the start time. We can see all of these details. GoToWebinar has amazing capabilities where it's going to track not only the attendance rate of the overall, but it's also going to track your duration or your attentiveness. So as we're going through this, even this presentation here, GoToWebinar can track on whether or not your attendees are attentive, if they're watching the presentation, if they're interacting with the presentation, and you can see this information, and it's brought directly into CRM. Not only can you see the overall, and let's look at one that has some attendees, but what we can see, and we can view that information in here, is then we can see, when they joined, when they didn't join. We can see that data down to the individual participant record. So we can see the people that attended, the people that missed. We can see, how long they have. We can see all of this data within Dynamics CRM. And if I were to go to any of the contact records, we can see more detailed information. So if I want to go to my contact record, so this is my contact record. Oops, clicking on slides here. Let me go back in here. So this is my contact record in Dynamics CRM. So we can see the details and the stats within the record. And I'll tell you right now, I'm in ClickDimensions production Dynamics CRM. So you're going to see stats and you're going to see data in here. So this is my basic contact information in Dynamics CRM. And to go into that participant, we can look at the actual event participation. So these are, you can view whether or not your customers are registering, and if they're registering and attending, or if they're registered and not attending. So you can see the detail and what they're doing within the different events. You can see if they're actually attending those events. So that's kind of the high level of the event management for it. So you can see the overall event, and you can see down to the individual contact record. For other statistics, so we talked about the email statistics to kind of review everything, is, with all of our email statistics, we can see the overall. I showed you the statistics bar that's going to show you the opens and clicks overall of your email, but I can look at my individual record and see all of the emails that I have been viewing or receiving and whether or not I'm interacting. Am I opening them? Am I clicking them? Are they ever bouncing, spam, unsubscribe? We can see these details down to the individual contact record and all of the emails they're communicating with. So with ClickDimensions and having a good customer experience, we can view the overall campaigns and what they're doing and how they're interacting. But then it can follow through all the way down to, your customer account managers, your sales team. So for sales, they can view this data and see if there's additional cross-sell, upsell ideas or things that you can do. For your existing customers or your account managers, they can view Are their contacts communicating? Are they reviewing? Are they just looking at all data, all information? Maybe it's time to have one-on-one personalization if they are reviewing all of the data all at once and just trying to find where to get started. So there's a lot of capabilities here that you can view this data. So we're looking at our opens and clicks and we're viewing that information. But then on top of that, we're also going to view, if they are opening and clicking on it, what are they viewing? What are they interested in? We can do that with our web tracking. So as they're coming to your website and they are interacting either through your emails, through ads, through your social, through different campaigns, we're going to view those visits. We're going to see what they're interested in. Are they going to many pages all at once? Are they just coming on and checking out a couple of days? Are they coming to the website every single day, every single hour? Obviously, I spend a little bit more time than most probably on the Click Dimensions website, but I can view it by visit or I can view it by page. So here's where you can really see the individual pages. What are they interested in? What are they looking at? Are they viewing social? Are they looking at more social? Are they looking at specific products? Are they looking at support? Are they on your website looking at every support page that you have trying to find support? This is very good. You can have a notification set up for any of this. Are they on your website looking at your pricing page? That might be a good page to have a notification set on if you have customers reviewing that information. All of these are things that you can view, you can review, and it's all going to be tracked in real time. You're going to know as soon as someone comes into your website. You're going to know as soon as they're opening and clicking, and it's all going to be on in Dynamics CRM and on your dashboards, in your reports, in your different information. And again, we're going to track any requested information. We're going to track all of that, the surveys, the landing pages. If they're going to utilizing any of those, it's tracked down to the individual contact record and timestamp. So we can see that information here. So you can see down to the individual contact record as well as high level. And then using that data for building out your dashboards, your communications for notifications and everything is great. So here's a few dashboards. Everything I had shown you today so far, everything, the different templates, options, the different views, the statistics report, everything I'm showing you today is out of the box. These are all things that you will get out of the box with Click Dimensions and Dynamics 365 when building them together. What I'm going to show you, the next few things, dashboards that I show you, are out of the box features of Dynamics CRM, but they are built with Dynamics CRM tool. So you get all of the data in Dynamics with Click Dimensions, but these next three dashboards are built using that data with the Dynamics 365 tool. So this is the first dashboard that I want to show you. This is a great month-over-month dashboard to really see your customer experience, how they're engaging just with a newsletter month over month. So there's not a lot of response needed, but it's really going to show you if they're opting in, if they're unsubscribing, your deliveries, how your month over month interaction is, how many people are consistently always, how it's getting delivered, your sharing, your social interaction, as well as the top links clicked in your emails. So very good customer experience, just a high level, just gives you overall reporting on how your newsletter campaign is. This can be done with any campaign. It can be done with multiple campaigns. You have the flexibility to use the data as necessary, but this is a really good newsletter dashboard campaign. The next one that I'm going to show you is actually a campaign dashboard. So this is an ROI dashboard. So it kind of brings in your customer experience to sales. So this campaign demo dashboard is going to bring in all of the tools in one area. So here we can see everybody that's coming into the website to a specific campaign. Personally, it's our ebooks. We have a lot of ebooks on the website. We just took a few of them, and I'm showing you some of the data based on this. So what we did is I want to see month over month results of what the who's coming into our different landing pages for our different ebooks. Based on who's coming in, what's driving them? Is it social? Is it an email campaign? Was it direct traffic? Was it an ad campaign? Search engine. We can see what's driving that interaction to the website. Based on everyone coming into the website, all of those landing pages have a form. Content. We talked about just having content on your website accessible to your websites and using landing pages and forms. Based on that information, they're coming to our landing pages. Who's filling out forms requesting that content or requesting other information? So these are all of the forms coming in specific to these landing pages. So these are what we call leads coming in. They're interested in. They're looking at this specific content on our website month over month. Based on everyone interested and looking at our landing pages and requesting that content, reviewing that content, who has been qualified into opportunities? Who has actually gone through the process, not only raised their hand, but now is starting to receive direct contact, and you're building off opportunities based on that. Based on those opportunities, what was the closed revenue? So because our forms have the hidden fields, we have with Dynamic CRM, we can see the lead sourcing, we can see the campaigns they're associated to, we can see all of this information. We're able to see what the ROI is based on a campaign or multiple campaigns. This one takes a look at our ebook campaigns, but it's multiple. It's not just one ebook, it's multiple campaigns. So we're actually able to see this. You could see campaign versus campaign, you could see overall, you could see campaigns this quarter versus last quarter, or a single campaign this quarter versus last quarter. There's a lot of ways that you can review this data and kind of slice it and dice it as needed. It's all accessible to Power BI. So if you want to go beyond this, you can definitely do it. But you're using the CRM and the full capabilities of Dynamics 365 within all of these. Now, the last dashboard that I want to show you is going to be very more of a raw data dashboard, but it's a good dashboard to really see the activity of your contacts in one area. Instead of reviewing it down to the individual contact, we can actually see specific contacts and what they're interested in, both website, the forms, we can see the email interaction as well as lead score. So one thing I haven't covered a lot today was the overall scoring capabilities. So we're going to be able to score all interactions, all activity with all of your different features. So from your surveys to emails to landing pages to website visits, form integration, but we're also going to score opportunity. We're going to score other fields of Dynamic CRM, so that way you can see your top scoring accounts. Gives you an idea of who you should be contacting. This lead score could be based on customer service. It can be based on new business. It can be based on product. Your scoring can be utilized across the board as well with different campaigns. So you have a lot of capabilities and a lot of information that you can do. All in all, what you're seeing here is the interaction of all of your customers from a high level to down to an individual level. So you can see the information across the board as needed. So for final thoughts, while exceptional customer experience is once considered a nice to have, it's a necessity at this point. I mean, you can see just by looking at some of the statistics across the board, with everything, the digital age that we're in right now, it's easy to find other options. Companies who have a delightful and memorable customer experience not only can keep pace with competition, but they're more likely to retain their existing customers and attract the new ones. That is increasing revenue. That's your number one revenue increaser. These organizations are also benefiting from their dedication to the customer experience by transforming their customer or company cultures and having more engaged employees. This is icing on the already very profitable cake. I'm going to bring it back to Amir to kind of close things up. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Q&A, let me know. Is there any questions, Amir? Did we have anything that have come up or any questions that we have?